What's going on, YouTube, fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. Y'all try to keep up with me. It's like 2 stories in one. For the day one, fam, welcome back. Y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. And you can share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. Most of us know in the streets, association is everything. Meaning if you go outside every day and the people you choose to hang around are robbers and shooters, even if you are a good boy, that's not into all that. More than likely, that's how people will start viewing you. Even though we can't help the environment we grow up in and the things people we've been around our whole lives choose to do, it goes back to the old saying, guilty by association. If your mans go out here and robs the plug and they figure out who did it and you hang with him every day, when that get back comes around, nobody will give you the heads up like, yeah, bro, don't hang with your boy today. We on his heels. So a lot of us learn early on, you should watch the company you keep. But that's kind of hard when you are a young man or woman trying to find out where you belong in this world. You might feel like, yeah, bro out here pulling moves and hitting licks, but that's my homie. He always plays it cool when I'm around. But one thing about hanging out in certain crowds, either they are going to get on the level you on, which might be positive, or you will start being on the type of time they are on. And usually, it goes the crowd's way. Once you put yourself in certain situations, we like to think to ourselves, it's good, nothing will go wrong, even after we see others crash out or lose their life. Not knowing our actions, the friends we choose, not only affect us, but our loved ones as well. And sometimes in the streets, things come back full circle. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to St. Paul, Minnesota, to discuss a case of a man who felt he needed to get revenge on his little brother's friend, who he felt was responsible for his slaying. Back in 2018, 19-year-old Wilbert McAllister was a young man trying to navigate the streets of Minnesota and find his way. Always into sports from a young age, loving to travel and explore his surroundings, Wilbert stayed active and just graduating high school that year, had plans to go to college and better his life.
And I'm going to tell y'all something too, man. A lot of people say that, oh, I don't believe in karma. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. You ain't got to believe it's karma. You can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I'm telling you right now, as you motherfucker watch me on this video today, if you one of them persons right now that believe that, I'm telling you right now, whatever you want to fucking call it, it's going to come back around to bite you in your ass. I'm telling you that right now. So you can goddamn prance around here thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, this, that, this, that, and third, and yeah, I'm always get away with it. Wrong answer. You'll find out if you ain't found out already. And if you found out already and you keep going, if you keep getting the same result from the same shit, then maybe you should fucking believe in karma.
Life. But just like most teens, Wilbert's social life was everything. He had his friends.
Cause I'm telling y'all right now, y'all, I know some folks like that. I know a whole handful of them just like that.
Who he kicked it with all the time, was always willing to meet new people and make new associates, including one young man who we will call K, and another young man named Javon. Wilbert, who went by the nickname G Will, had seemed to find his circle. K was cool, and Javon was into music and a local rapper. The young men had only been knowing each other for a short time, but instantly grew a tight bond. Then on September 7th, 2018, all 3 young men were together in the early morning hours when they decided they wanted to smoke. G Will was riding in the back seat and K and Javon was in the front. They called the plug and asked if he could meet them, and the man agreed. They all met on Avon Street and Carroll Avenue in St. Paul. It was about 9 a.m., but allegedly, G Will was in a blind. His homies were plotting to rob the plug. As K got out the car, he
Oh
walked over,
man.
got in the back seat of the
See,
man's
then
car.
motherfucker be putting, then motherfucker be putting you in shit. That's why I don't fuck with nobody, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I used to go be the one go hang out with the homies and pull up on the homies and sit in the hood all day. But my hood, they closed my hood, took it down, and you know what I'm saying. But even if they didn't, I still wouldn't be there no more, y'all. Cause what I'm saying is, I had made it to a point to where in my life to where I was tired of doing the same shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Doing it was trouble with the police every day, all day. Like, I fuck all that shit. Like, and then it's so much stuff that I could have did that could have landed me in prison that I don't even know how I made it out of it. You see what I'm saying? I know how I made it out because it wasn't nothing but the Most High. You see what I'm saying? But if I didn't know that, then I would still be doing the same shit right now. You see what I'm saying? I would still be there doing, or not even there, just pulling up on the same people doing the same shit. So if y'all, I know y'all don't know, so I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown. I had moved to Atlanta with my dad for 5 years, and in that 5 years, I experienced the most the most beautiful things that I could experience in life. You see what I'm saying? So that put me into a position to where if I did come back home, which I am now, that no matter what the fuck happened, I'm not going to do the same shit. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't give a fuck if I fall down, if I go back 1,000 steps. I will not do the same shit that I used to do before I left here. I don't give a fuck. That's just period. That's just period, point blank, period. And ever since I made that pact to myself and that, you see what I'm saying, to hold that down, I don't see the purpose of it. So y'all motherfuckers, man, y'all watch who your moral story is, man. Watch who you be around, cause I done had some shit like this happen to me. Fucking with the wrong people and doing the wrong shit, and I've been in the wrong shit, and they might get off, but I'll be the one who gets stopped by the police, or I'll be the one who said, boy, Phil said, oh no, Phil didn't say nothing. Phil ain't told you nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it just
As he was wearing the grass, he was getting ready to pass it to K. That's when the young man upped the gun, put it to his head, and told him it was a robbery. He
crazy.
kicked out his phone, keys, and the product as G Will and Javon was waiting in the other car until K told the plug to pop the trunk. He wanted to see what else he had. The man told him it was an old whip and he had to do it manually. That's when K called Javon to come over and help. As they all started walking back to the car, the plug pulled out his own gun and let off
Oh
shots at K
man,
and
see,
Javon.
didn't
As they
even
shot
know it,
back,
bro.
it seemed to be a full-fledged shootout. Still in the back seat,
All over a
G. Will ducked
motherfucking
down
pack of
for cover
weed, man.
before catching 2 bullets to the back. The young man jumped out the car after being hit and fell to the ground. That's when everybody
Wow.
else involved got low and tried to get off the scene. Someone in the location called local police, who responded to the area a little after 9 a.m. to find K looking like he was hurt and in shock that his homeboy G. Will had been shot.
Why
G.
you
Will
in
was
shock?
rushed to a local hospital,
You the
but
one who, you
unfortunately,
feel me?
he would pass away from his injuries.
And then I'm
Back
gonna
on the
tell, and
scene,
then straight up, y'all. I can't stress this enough, man. Please watch who y'all be around, bro. I can't stress this enough, bro. I had a homeboy that he was more like an uncle to me though, cause he used to date my aunt. You feel me? And if they watch it, they know exactly who I'm talking about. So I'm not even gonna say no names. But he went, and I ain't gonna get too deep into the details, cause you know what I'm saying, I don't, you feel me? I don't do that. But what I'm gonna give y'all the moral of the story. Moral of the story is the same day he died, the same night that he passed away, I seen him that's earlier that same day. That's just how quick it can happen. The same night that he passed away, I seen him earlier that day. You see what I'm saying? The same day. On top of that, the persons who he was with, he wasn't even supposed to be the one who was doing it. He went with them on some, man, we got to come up type shit. Oh, this person been so and so many times. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't with it. Boom. He the only one that passed away and was left to be passed away. You see what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, dog. It's that fast. It come that fast. You never know, bro.
Were two different shell casings, one from a 22 caliber and one from a 40 caliber. People told police K, G. Will, and another young man was in a car. When G. Will was shot, K jumped out the car to help G. Will, but the other young man moved G. Will's body out the way and took off in the car, leaving both young men, referring to Javon being the driver. Flood returned to the scene to tell his side of the story. He claimed the young men called him to cop some grass, but they soon upped the gun on him, and once he was able to pull his own gun, a shootout started. He alleged he saw Wilbert or G. Will in the back seat moving around, looking like he was reaching. Scared he had a gun as well, he opened fire on the young man, hitting him in the back twice before taking off. He was never charged, but K and Javon will both go to prison for the situation. Both of the young men were serving their time. Some people were angry. G. Will lost his life and felt like if he wasn't hanging with the two young men, situation probably would have never happened, including his brother, Brendan Reynolds. As a few years passed, Brendan had revenge on his mind and felt somebody should feel his pain. Fast forward to 2021. Javon, who went by the rap name J. Dot, was free from jail and hanging out back in St. Paul. A party was being held on June 9th, 2021 at Thompson County Park. The event was to raise money for a man's legal fees that was jammed up. It was a lot of people in attendance, including Javon. As everybody was turning up and having a good time, about an hour after being there, a motorcycle pulled up and the man got off. He walked straight up to Javon and swung on him before stating, "You got my little brother killed," and pulled out a gun, letting off multiple shots. Trying to get back up on his feet and flee, Javon shot back, but was hit multiple times as the other man left the scene. People at the party called local police, who responded to the location to find Javon shot multiple times.
Look at this, man. Look at this boy, man. Look at him. I want y'all to look at this shit, man. And then y'all, we just did a video about the 13-year-old little boy with all the warrants, telling his mama he hate him and all that shit. Come on, man. Let's go back to what I just said. The shit, man. You got to watch the youth, man. I mean, they ain't too young, but what I'm saying is, this is where it started from. The youth. Come on, man.
Barely responsive and breathing. When asked what happened, he stated he was ambushed.
And I don't want y'all to forget, all this is over a pack of weed, bro. Probably goddamn $20 worth of weed. Couldn't have been no goddamn, cause he talking about all he want to do is smoke a blunt. So ain't no way it could have been more than a quarter. You know what I'm saying? If we talking numbers, but you know what I'm saying? It could have been more than that. Come on, man.
Who did it? The young man didn't respond before, unfortunately, taking his last breath. Witnesses would not give any information. They only tried to hide the gun that Javon had. As many people claimed, they didn't know what happened. One person stated it was a graduation party, trying to spin police, before then admitting it was to raise money for one of their guys that was locked up. Javon's family and mother felt it was all a setup, and he was lured to the location to be hit, as no one wanted to corroborate or tell police what happened. He stated his music was just taking off, and he was about to move away from Minnesota to get a fresh start and to go on and live a better life. But now, at just 20 years old, the young man was gone. Detectives got surveillance video from the park that showed the motorcycle pulling up, a man approaching Javon, swinging a punch before shooting. Eventually, they would get a lead that the shooter was 24-year-old Brendan, and the reason was because the young man felt Javon had been the reason his brother was killed
Yeah.
back in 2018. Few months would go by before Brandon was pulled over in his whip at the St. Paul International Airport and taken into custody, charged with second-degree hit, in which it seemed to be a case of revenge. As some details in G. Will's case was revealed, he was left on the scene instead of people taking him to the hospital. Some felt he was left on
Same
purpose
case
without
again,
help.
bro.
It was now 2 young men gone, and K was locked up for the attempt on a plug and a robbery. This
I ain't
year,
gonna lie,
in
y'all
a
just gave
shocking
me
decision,
chills, man.
Brendan's second-degree hit charge was dropped to
Rest
manslaughter,
in peace,
in
man.
which this month he pled guilty and faces up to 15 years in prison. Rest in peace to
So
Wilbert
he
and
know this, so
Javon.
yeah, he
I
know
send my
we here.
prayers and condolences to both families. This is a crazy situation
It
and
really
shows
is, man.
how for every action, it's a reaction.
Exactly.
I'm not sure if G. Will knew about the robbery or not, but unfortunately, it cost him his life. And his passing put hatred and pain in his brother's heart. I'm not sure if that was his real blood brother or if they were just calling each other brothers. But it's crazy how the cycle came back full circle. And Javon's people feel he got set up to even be at the party in the first place. I know when we hang in crowds, we feel our peoples are solid and will never backdoor us or put us in harm's way.
Boy, hey,
But with both young men, that's exactly what happened. And like I said earlier, both their actions
Shit,
and
bro,
circles they
people do
chose
you
to hang
dirty,
with
bro.
not only unfortunately
Family will
affected
do you
them,
dirty.
but the people they
A
loved.
homeboy.
For Javon,
Come
his
on,
mother
this
had
what-
to
this-
bury
this
a
what they
son.
gotta realize,
For Wilbert,
though, man.
his brother was so hurt, he crashed out
A
years
friend?
later. At the end of it
But
all,
then- but then-
everybody lost.
But then also, you also got some friends that's really their family. That's why people say the opposite. Cause you also got some friends that's like blood. But you got your blood that's like friends.
Javon is gone, but Brennan's actions wasn't going to bring G. Will back. It just added to the never-ending cycle. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. And remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, crazy. Rest in peace, both them young men.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I ain't going to talk too much more about this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This another.
Man, and then it seemed like both of them really. I know the first dude. Ain't no way, man. Because if you call Joey, man, for you and your homeboys to smoke, ain't no way you knew they were finna rob your weed, man. If you calling your weed, man, so that's crazy, man. Then the other little dude, man, this is crazy. I mean, I don't believe that it was a setup. I believe he just was out. He thought he was good. They was out partying. They probably were trying to get him a little something at the party, hang out, and boom. That's just how that happened, man. But man, we got to watch it, man. You got to watch who you around, bro. And if you know you ain't a person who want to be in no shit, well, it don't make you no bitch, cause you, hey, man, I don't want to be, I ain't, man, hey, look, bro, I'm about to go, bro, I'm about to slide, hey, I got something to goddamn do, hey, this girl say so and so, I don't give a fuck if you lying. If you ain't want to do that shit, if you just on some, man, fuck that shit. You ain't got to do that. That don't make you no bitch. That don't make you no punk or no shit like that. That just ain't what you into right now. You on some other shit. You see what I'm saying? But man, rest in peace to both of these dudes, man. Rest in peace, man. And y'all tell me what y'all think, man.